America Revival Rally is going on right now in Arizona. Joining me now to discuss is Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. Congressman, it is always fantastic to have you here. A Michigan judge has found that Jocelyn Benson, the Secretary of State of Michigan, violated Michigan's election law in 2020. Arizona, as you mentioned, under an extensive audit there in Maricopa County. There are 3 investigations going on right now in Georgia, and now we learn a complete audit may be unfolding there. How crucial is it in your mind for election integrity that those who broke election laws are brought to justice?
No, this is not about the past. This is about the future. We'll never have an opportunity to govern again, to ensure that we trust our people, not government, that we trust markets, not bureaucrats, if Democrats are able to launder ballots. That's what Stacey Abrams perfected in Georgia. That's what others were working on around the country, funded by the likes of George Soros. And so the work we're doing here in Arizona is really a launch pad to other states like Michigan, like specifically Pennsylvania. People forget the 2020 election occurred under extraordinary circumstances. Never before in America's history have we allowed the mailbox to defeat the ballot box. Donald Trump won a huge victory among people who actually showed up somewhere to vote. But then when ballots got detached from an actual identity that was verifiable, well, then Joe Biden saw the tally go his way. So this is just the beginning, and it's about ensuring that we can trust our elections in 2022 and going forward.
No, and I completely concur. And accounting must happen so that Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal, we all can rely on the outcome in the future. On Monday, we had an exclusive interview with a man by the name of Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Lohmeier. He was relieved of his duties because he was exposing Marxism infiltrating the United States military. Watch.
And so these videos that we've had to watch here at our base teach just that certain groups are evil or are oppressors, which is specifically rooted in Marxism, based on the color of their skin or any number of other affiliations that they have, or as critical race theorists might define it, intersectionalities. And that's simply unacceptable. Marxism is anti-American, and we spent a great deal of treasures and blood and iron during the last half a century combating that very ideology.
Congressman, your political opponents on the other side of the aisle, they always talk about protecting whistleblowers. Well, there one sits. Will the Republican Party protect this whistleblower who is exposing a threat to the United States of America, Marxism under the guise of critical race theory in the United States military?
I serve on the Armed Services Committee, and we are going to put tremendous pressure on Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin as a consequence of this decision. Matthew Lohmeier is a patriot. He did not deserve this retaliatory demotion. And you know what? He was punished because he is correct. Marxism is evil. He presented scholarship on it. And critical race theory is in service of cultural Marxism. Critical race theory teaches our service members and our students in schools to hate one another. It should not be in our military. It should not be in our education system. It should not be in our country. But you know why this is happening, Chris? If you look at who the Biden administration has put at the Pentagon, it's a bunch of social justice warriors. There's a man named Bishop Garrison who literally said there's no way to have any nuance in judgment of Trump supporters. Everyone has to be deemed an intractable racist and a threat to national security. That man, Bishop Garrison, right now is a senior advisor to the Secretary of Defense on these issues of extremism. Military. It seems like patriotism is the extremism that they're really trying to root out. And we have to stand up for them because, by the way, the military is one of the last entities that the left has not totally taken over. They've taken over the Department of State, the Department of Justice, the FBI, the EPA, the Department of Labor. We have got to protect our military.
Amen to that. Last thing, let's talk about Arizona tonight. You're holding a rally alongside Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Why are you there, and what's the overall message?
We are here to stand with the Arizona Senate in their election integrity efforts, and we are here to call out the Biden Justice Department. A lot of people don't know this, Chris, but the Biden DOJ is actually sending threats to people in Arizona just because they want to conduct an audit and find out what happened. And the official at the Biden Justice Department doing that is Dr. Pamela Karlan, the impeachment witness that was so pardoned or partisan, she made fun of Barron Trump's name. That's who we're dealing with. That's what we're here to call out. But there are patriots working every day to get the truth, and we stand in solidarity with them.
Well, give our best to Marjorie Taylor Greene, the Congresswoman there. And, sir, appreciate your efforts and the time on the Chris Salcedo Show as always.
Always great being with you, Chris. Thanks for having me.